this is molded paper. I was talking about relief. This is actually molded on a carving I did many years ago. And then this is a piece of styrofoam, which makes me very modern to work on styrofoam, because that's what all the kids do now, right? They use garbage.
Yeah, yeah, they use garbage.
They use garbage. I'm not quite that garbage oriented, but it's like it becomes stone. It became stone, sort of plastic.
This become this stone, yeah.
Yeah,
like,
it has a very stone-like quality to it.
And what about that up there is the same?
This up here is actually it took a long time. It took many years actually, because that piece of wood I've used in another painting also. But then when I was molding paper, it's like a cloud on top of a rock or something, you know? It's like the softest thing on the hardest thing, you know? It's quiet. It's quiet. It's quiet, don't you think? It's kind of quiet.
Yeah, it's quiet. It's like,
Yeah.
a cloud over the rock.
And then these are broken wood.
Mm-hmm.
Pieces of wood that are broken and then stacked on top of each other.
And you paint it.
And then paint it. But you can find the edge to the edge and the edge to the edge, and these all of them. There's a group of those too. Painted wood. So very low relief. Not quite painting, not quite sculpture. Something hanging.
Something hanging or something flying?
Yeah, flying. These are framed up so that there's paper hanging inside, and there's paint on both sides and chalk and material on both sides. So you can never see the whole thing. Mm-hmm. You can only see this side or that side. Interesting idea. I just started. I had finished a drawing, I turned it over, did another drawing on it, and then all this work came out of that. There's lots of it. This is only a few of them.
So you have two drawings in the same piece, or?
Yeah. Well, it's the same drawing, but it's not the same drawing.
Mm. So
it's actually two drawings,
mm-hmm.
but you have to walk around to see the other side.
Two drawings.
With two drawings. And yeah, and then they turn into sort of a wall also. It's kind of turns into a wall. You know, it's a piece of architecture when it's done. Mm-hmm. So there's some mystery to the two sides, because you can't see. You can only see one side, but you maybe will remember what's on the other side, or you not remember. So some of them have big expanse of just color, which is like the one over here.
That one over there.
Yeah, that's just blue. But then there's also drawing, which is exciting. Mm-hmm. I think. I hope.
It's exciting, yeah, exciting, but it's like a mystery.
I think two-sided, yeah. It's like a puzzle too. It's like a rebus. Mm-hmm. You can't see the whole thing at once. You have to remember the other side. And you have to find a place for them too, which we fill the space.
Like a sculpture too.
It's also like sculpture. It is like sculpture, which I do a little bit. Or it has what I do often has a relief element, like the other work over there, mm-hmm. in addition to flat. But rarely a full round. So maybe that relates to this two-sided.
This is a rug collection called The Playing Fields, and it's inspired by sports fields. And I had a dream that I was hovering and flying above a swimming pool, and so I woke up that day and I decided I had to make a rug collection. And I started with the swimming pool, and that's this one right here on the floor. That's the CAD printout of the swimming pool rug. And this is my interpretation of the way the swimming pool will look from a bird's eye view. And so then from the swimming pool, I evolved into thinking about the other sports. And so the rug that you just shot is of a handball court. And then I did some research into other playing fields and did them in my own interpretation, so that they're my idea of the way that this playing field would look as a rug. And so I've done the swimming pool. This is the tennis court here. And so here you can see that I took some liberty with the color and I abstracted, so you can see that it's a tennis court, but it also doesn't scream tennis. Okay, and then this is another one where it's the lacrosse. So this is again back into the swimming pool with the lines that are in the swimming pool, and here it's a very geometric, and most of them are geometric, and yet it's an interpretation of the sport. And this is one that I really think is a wonderful evocation of an interpretation of American football, and I've done it without it being green and without the yard line numbers, and so it has a soft, almost chalkboard-like look. So it looks like it's chalk on a blackboard, and this is the American football. Then this is the rug that would be the ice hockey. And again, I've done the artwork in such a way that it looks as though it's a carpet. And here is track and field, and where all the sports that would take place running and jumping within the track and field.
Track and field is like what is this, Roman circle or what?
It's the they would be running races around that track. Yeah. So they would run races, and they would do the jumping in the hurdles over the things. And then this is basketball. And here, it's usually not so dark on a basketball court. It's usually wood.
Yeah.
But here, this is my interpretation. And so this would be the way that I would like to see a rug that was based on the basketball court. This is lacrosse, which is played on grass. So this is a deep green type of grass. And this is croquet, which is also played on grass. And this is a grass green. And the chalk line shows the movement through the croquet hoops. So it's not really chalk, but I mean it looks like chalk. And that is basically it, except I've got also soccer. And again, I made it so that it was not on grass.
It's okay.
So it's not green like you expect it to be.
Yeah.
So this is what I've done is I've abstracted the fields.
The fields.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very interesting.
And these were all done on the computer, and so these are computer printouts on good paper. And there's only one of each of them in terms of the printouts.
Only
Yeah.
one?
Yeah, the only one I have two of is the croquet. Yeah.